Alright, so in this lesson, I'm going to show you how you can use Mocha Pro 2025 new Mask ML to do rotoscoping. So let's get started. Well, let's hit start. I'm going to go to File and hit New Project, and I'm going to choose a clip, and this clip is actually in my desktop. And I need to choose dancer, and then there we go, that's the clip. Hit open. It's about 500 frames. I'm just going to leave the result inside the same folder, and the only change I would do here is under advanced. I would cache the clip, click OK, and when you do that, you will see that the Mocha is caching the clip, and your timeline will kind of gray out until this process finishes. Now, I do like to work in the classic mode. I know there's other essential mode here and there, but for me, classic has always been the one that I choose. So if you have a different looking interface, just make sure you just choose classic. All right, so we have our footage here. We have a nice guy dancing, and we want to essentially do some roto on him. All right, so what we're going to do is just pick a frame where we want to do the roto from. And let's see. Actually, I'll even show you from the first frame, right? Even though you don't see his fingers, how Mask ML is actually able to do this. Now, you want to actually choose this paintbrush that looks like it has some sparkles on it. And that's actually the Mask ML. So when you click on it, it wants to know what you want to mask out. So click anywhere on the character, and it will start to think and say, oh, do you just want the hair in this case, or do you want the body? So now you will be able to select all of it. Now, if you right click, you're basically saying, I don't want this area. So usually what I'll do is just go in and randomly click on the background just to tell MaskML, like, don't consider this in the calculation. Okay, now that you have done that, what is the next step? You want to convert this into X-spline. So we have to go from the Mask ML to the pick tool. So you press that. If you just click on it, it will now have all the famous Mocha splines there for you. All right, so at this particular stage, we can actually just name this layer. So let's just call this roto foreground dancer. Now, this is actually only happening on one frame because it's not actually tracked. And what we want to do is go to, under our parameters, go to this matte tab, and you want to choose generate object matte. So click on that. Now, once you do that, if you want to use the AI mask layer, you actually have to hit this button here, which is render current frame. So if you do that, it's going to think for a bit, and you get this yellow border. So that's actually the machine layer silhouette that is generated. Now, if you were to move your timeline, you'll notice that it disappears because it only happens on one frame. But the cool thing is, once we select the slim layer, we can just hit this button, which is render forwards, and it will use the Mask ML layer from layer 1 to figure out how the object is moving across the whole scene. And this is just an automated process. Now, I figured as time goes on, they will give us more ways to interact with this data. But right now, all you can do is just select and let it do its thing. So you can see that it's actually trying to keep all the hand information as much as it can. All right, so once this is done, if you want to actually see how the alpha looks, what I recommend is just turn off this RGB layer here. Now you're actually in alpha, but we need to show the layer matte. So click on that. And now you can see this. Now this is actually kind of like semi-transparent. 50% in the alpha channel, because it's actually kind of overlaying across your footage. But if you go here and just change this to 1, you can see a pure white alpha. So now you can just do your playback to see how it works. Now, still things that are not great about MaskML is motion blur, but if you just want to do a very quick matte and kind of show clients like, hey, this is what's going to happen, you can also use this as your core roto shapes. All right, so let's say I'm sort of satisfied with what I have here. The next stage would be to export this. So the way I like to export this is there is an option here that says export rendered shapes, but for some reason there's some misalignment when I bring into Nuke. It can just be my settings, but what I recommend is to just go to File and choose Export Rendered Clip. And from here, you'll see the clip name, which is the same as the layer name, and how many frame range you want, how much frame range you want, and where you want to put this. I'm actually going to choose this in my dancer, make a folder here, and I'll just say alpha, or I can call it matte. And I say alpha foreground dancer. Oh, actually, I'm gonna just select the folder, because the name of the file would actually come from the layer itself. So you can see it says matte for roto blah blah blah. Okay, and don't have to change anything here, just have to click OK. So what will happen is now it will generate this. As you can see, it's calling saving clips, but it's actually rendering to your location that you want. So I'm just going to pause this video and then come back after it's done rendering. Okay, now that it's rendered, let's actually go to Nuke. So I have Nuke open here. I'm going to go to my dancers folder, drag my footage and the alpha channel. All right, so we'll have our footage here. And the alpha actually gets rendered in the rate channel because it's channel 1. And if you want to transfer this to this footage, simplest way, you can put a copy node. Just set your B to background, which is your footage, and then A to the alpha that you want. And all you need to do in the copy node is just say, hey, could you copy the rate channel to the alpha channel? Okay, so just view it. And if you press A, you can see the alpha.